Hi folks, Joseph Kursky here with you. Let's investigate some landforms using spatial technology. Landforms, what's not to love? That's pretty core to teaching geography. We love investigating landforms for multiple reasons. Let's open a tab in a web browser and access the following web map. Now go ahead and pan to Australia. To the left of the map, use the Content button to turn off all layers except divisions. Show the legend. Click on each of the 3 divisions covering Australia, noting their size and location. Access the pop-up, which reflects the attribute table behind the map. Remember, that's the I, or the information part of GIS, the G being the map, the I being the information behind the map, noting the information about each landform region. To the left of the map, go to About, More Details, and examine the metadata for the map, the description about the map, who created it and why and when and how. This map contains layers of systematically compiled named physiographic regions, physiographic divisions, provinces, and landforms. Professor Richard Murphy, Department of Geography, University of New Mexico, and Professor E.M. Bridges, University of Wales, Swansea, UK. Now go back to your map by using the Open in Map Viewer button in the upper right of the metadata page, or by accessing the above URL again for the map. But make sure only the divisions layer is visible again. If not, turn that layer on and turn the others off. Open the table now for the divisions layer. Click on the Shape Area field and sort descending. Which are the 3 largest landform divisions according to this data set? Scroll down the table and note that the Australian Shield is, according to this data set, ranked 17th in area in the whole world. Pretty amazing. What states in Australia are totally or partly within the Australian Shield? Now go ahead and zoom to Victoria by searching for it in the upper right search box, or by using the plus and minus navigation tools, or by using Shift, drag a box. Use the transparency tool underneath the divisions layer to estimate how much of Victoria falls in the Eastern Highlands region and how much falls in the Sedimentary Basins region. Change the base map to terrain with labels. Compare the terrain to the landform region boundary, noting that the landform region boundary is generalized and continental in scope. In other words, it's not going to have every single cape and bay on the coast. One of the themes running through this module is that scale matters. Some geographic themes, such as hydrologic units and landform regions, nest within each other, visible as the scale increases to larger scales showing more detail, or decreases showing less detail, more area. On your map, use Content and turn on the provinces and structural character layers, noting how these nest inside the divisions that you examined a moment ago. Now let's examine landforms by named province. Make the landforms by provinces layer visible and turn the others off. Make the legend visible. Note that there are hundreds of named landforms. Click on the ones covering Victoria and name the 5 that cover the state. In which one do you live and work? Which landform regions cover Sydney, Adelaide, Perth, Kuala Lumpur, Tokyo? As you search and find each city, you could add a map note to each, and using your new spatial technology skills, you could log into ArcGIS Online, save this map, and share it with your class as a World Landforms map or some other similar name. Let's examine landforms by structural character. Make the landforms by structural character visible and turn the others off. Make the legend visible. Note the presence of isolated volcanic areas in New South Wales and Victoria. Change the base map to imagery with labels and make the structural character layer semi-transparent with the transparency tool. Does the imagery give evidence for these areas? In some places, yes, but in others, the land use and land cover obscures the volcanics underneath. Change the base map to terrain with labels and pan around the rest of Australia. Where do isolated volcanic areas exist around the rest of the country? Pan to other locations around the world, naming 3 areas where isolated volcanic areas occupy a large part of the landscape. I'm sure you can find plenty as a geography instructor. Other questions to pose with this data set and these tools at your fingertips are: which landform regions in Australia support the most agriculture? Why? In which landform regions are the largest cities in Australia? Why? Which landform regions support and encompass the world's largest cities? Using the Measure tool, measure the area for selected regions, such as the Australian Shield, or the Himalayas, or the Gobi Desert. Which is the largest? What questions would you like to pose to the students using these data layers and tools at your fingertips? Thanks.